case is aggravated, and when you think of the illiteracy and ignorance of the people who sign land leases, they are ignorant of the terms of the contract, ignorant of the requirements of the law, and are thus absolutely in the power of the landlord. You have heard much, read much, and thought much of the flagrant injustice, the monstrous cruelty and oppression inflicted on the tenant class in Ireland. I have no disposition to underrate the hardships of that class. On the contrary, I deplore them. But knowing them as I do, and deploring them as I do, I declare to you that the condition of the Irish tenant is merciful, tender, and just, as compared with the American freedman. There are thousands in Ireland today who fix the price of their own rent, and thousands more for whom the government itself measures the amount of rent to be paid. And not by the greed of the landlord, but by the actual value of the land and its productions, and by the ability of the tenant to pay. But how is it with us? The tenant is left in the clutches of the landlord. No third party intervenes between the greed and power of one and the helplessness of the other. The landlord imposes his price, exacts his conditions, and the landless Negro must comply or starve. It is impossible to conceive of conditions more unfavorable to the welfare and prosperity of the laborer. It is often said that the law is merciful, but there is no mercy in this law. Now, let us sum up some of the points in the situation of the freedman. You will have seen how he is paid for his labor, how a full-grown man gets only $8 a month for his labor, out of which he has to feed, clothe, and educate his children. You have seen how even this sum is reduced by the infamous truck system of payment. You have seen how easily he may be charged with 1/3 more than the value of the goods that he buys. You have seen how easily he may be compelled to receive the poorest commodities at the highest prices. You've seen how he is never allowed to see or handle a dollar. You have seen how impossible it is for him to accumulate money or property. You've seen how completely he has changed the locality in which he lives. You have seen, therefore, that having no money, he cannot travel or go anywhere to better his condition. You have seen by these laws that even on the premises which he rents, he can own nothing, possess nothing. You have seen that he cannot sell a sheep or a pig or even a chicken without the consent of the landlord, whose claim to all he has is superior and paramount to all other claims whatsoever. You have seen all this and more, and I ask, in view of it all, how, in the name of human reason, could the Negro be expected to rise higher on the scale of morals, manner, religion, and civilization than he has done during the 20 years of his freedom? Shame, eternal shame, on those writers and speakers who taunt, denounce, and disparage the Negro because he is today found in poverty, rags, and wretchedness.
One more quick question.
Yeah, but I'm trying to answer, and if you had shut up, I really would have finished it.
I'm sorry.
I swear.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Stop.
Okay.
It's important that we look at these murders and find out why. And behind them, Dr. Poussaint and I have found that it's because children are born and they're coming up and they don't have an idea of who clearly is the biological person, the father or the mother, sometimes both. And this hurts. And then there's an old saying, hurt people hurt people.
Hey everyone, it's Jonathan. I just want to get straight to the point about this Michael Brown incident. Let me tell you something, and I said this before. What we're doing out here is not helping. Us rioting, looting, burning down donut shops and stores and everything else, liquor store, Shanae's hair salon for the extensions. This is not helping. Us acting a fool out here because we pissed off at the police is not helping. I said this before and I said it again. Change is not going to come until we change it. You understand what I'm saying? This is not helping. Change isn't going to come until we change it. All we know how to do is march and riot and loot. This is not helping. What you guys are out here doing is not helping. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to tell you what you need to hear imposing to what you want to hear. All we know how to do is blame the police and white folks for our actions. That's all we know how to do is blame police and white folks. They mistreating us. They beating on us. Oh, slavery still exists. Oh, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm not going to tell you we going to march, we going to do this, we going to do that. I'm going to tell you, damn it, let's change. Let's change as black people. When is this going to stop? When? How are our children supposed to grow up when we out here acting a stone fool? How are our kids supposed to grow up and we out here acting stupid? How? How? Even the book of Deuteronomy in chapter 2 verse 3, God said, we have toiled this mountain long enough. We have toiled this mountain long enough. 40 plus years they spent in the wilderness. It's been over 50 years since we sang that song, We Shall Overcome. Hell, when are we gonna overcome? When? That was 50 plus years ago, and all we doing is going around in circles. Going around in circles. You activists out there, you civil rights leaders, all of a sudden Black Panthers, NAACP come out the woodworks. They just came out of nowhere. We gonna want justice. We want justice. No justice, no peace. That's all you see. No justice, no peace. Shut up. When there was 60 plus shootings in Chicago a few weeks back, where were you? Nowhere to be found. A few weeks later, it was 47 drive-bys in one weekend. Where were you? Nowhere to be found. When Lil Ray kills Little Lukey, where were you? Nowhere to be found. Okay, when them little girl was shot when she was riding her tricycle in the front yard and stray bullets hit her, where were you? Nowhere to be found. Police beat up on a black man. Oh, slavery still exists. Slavery still exists. Oh, shut up. Because I hate to say this, and I know this is going to piss a lot of people off. All the incidents I seen, all the brothers was resisting arrest and causing trouble. Okay? Hate to tell the truth. Hate to tell the truth. Because I want to debunk that myth as far as being young and black and mistreated. I'm young, black, I drive a brand new BMW and live in the valley. How many encounters have I had with the police? Many. How many times has it got out of control? None. 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 So I want to debunk that myth about us getting mistreated and slavery. Oh, all they know how to do is beat on the black man. Nonsense. Nonsense. Because I had many encounters with the police and I became good friends with them. Tell me how come I could live that life and you can't? Tell me.
The mayor of Baltimore, who's come under a lot of criticism, scathing criticism for her handling of this, referred to the people who were doing this last night as thugs. And she got a lot of criticism for that. There were people I saw on Twitter saying, why would you call them thugs? Then they're not going to listen to you. President Obama also called the protesters, in his words today, quote-unquote, criminals and thugs. He also carefully chose to use that word. Isn't it the right word?
No, of course it's not the right word to call our children thugs. These are children who have been set aside, marginalized, who have not been engaged by us. No, we don't have to call them thugs.
But how does that justify what they did? I mean, that's a sense of right from wrong. They know it's wrong to steal and burn down a CVS and an old person's home. I mean, come on.
Come on. So calling them thugs, just call them niggers. Just call them niggers. No, we don't have to call them by names such as that. We don't have to do that. That is exactly what we've sent them to. No, when you say come on what? You would call your child a thug if they should do something that would not be what you would expect them to do.
Look, I respect your point of view. I would hope that I would call my son a thug if he ever did such a thing.
She's picking her, but I know.
Go ahead, Caleb. What'd you call me? Wait a second. This is Caleb. We're at a Lincoln Park right now, and this is Caleb. He wants to tell me something. What was that?
You're a black nigga sitting on the road, just sitting, say, hey, I need some money. Nina.
I have no idea where his parents are. I don't even know this little guy. I've never ever wanted to like strike a kid, but he kind of makes me want to. What am I again?
A black nigga on the road.
Like, I don't see his parents anywhere.
You don't see my
He randomly just like walked up to me and just started, I don't know, he started doing this. What am I again?
A black nigga on the road. I don't know. Didn't you hear this? I can. Where's the parents?
Where's his parents, right? Where's... Caleb, who taught you that, Caleb?
Huh?
Who taught you that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Does people just say it around you?
People say that bad word around you?
Nope.
You just learned it on your own, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess you're lost somewhere.
Yeah, he's lost.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Wilma. My own.
Back up a little bit, Caleb. Back up. Yeah, there we go, so we can see you. Yeah. Caleb, do you realize what you said to me was not very nice, right?
I know.
Why'd you say it to me?
I don't know.
Calling somebody black a nigga is not nice, Caleb.
I don't know.
It might get you hurt, Caleb.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah,
I don't know.
this is Caleb.
I don't know.
He doesn't know
I
now.
don't know.
Wow. This is the future.